My dear students of grade 10, welcome back to my English class once again. It's RK English YouTube channel. Students, we are today at unit number 14. Where in unit number 14 we will discuss reading to that is the poem. And before discussing reading to students, we will discuss about its picture in reading to. First, look at the picture and guess the answer to the questions. So here, students, we have two pictures given, and you have to guess and answer the question. The first, let us discuss about the picture. Students, in the first picture, we can see here it's a snow-covered area, and there are all the branches of trees are loaded with snows. And in the second picture, we can see cuckoos sitting, and there is lush green leaves on the trees. Students, this is the difference between these two pictures. And what difference do you notice? Yes, also we have to notice about its difference. What difference do you notice between these two? So let us find out the difference between these two pictures. In the first picture, we can see students. It's obviously there is snow all around, and it's a sign of cold. And yes, it's a winter sign, and there is a little daylight, and limited plant is here, and that's why it's a winter sign. Winter. And the second picture we can see here, and it's a springtime, and there is lush green leaves on the trees, and cookies is sitting and singing. And in this springtime, and the plants and plants sprouts, and tree leaves unform, and flowers are blossoming. So this is a sign of spring season. So in this chapter, students, we are going to discuss here about the season. One is winter, and the second is spring season. So here we have discussed about these picture, students. So now we have text reading to. Let us start the text. Students, in reading to text, we have a poem that is Weather and written by Thomas Hardy. And in this poem, students, we will discuss about the spring and the winter time in the poem Weathers. And students, the poem Weather, as I told you, the written by Thomas Hardy. And in this poem, poet describes its two season. One is springtime, and the second is the winter time. So here we start. Students, we have two stanzas here. In the first stanza, we will discuss about the springtime. In the second stanza, we will discuss about the winter time. So let's start the stanza first. This is the weather the cuckoos likes, and so do I. When showers we tumble, the chestnut spikes, and the nestlings fly. And the little brown nightingale builds his best, and they sit outside at the traveler's rest. At maids come for spring muslin rest, and citizen dreams of south and west, and so do I. So here in first stanza, students, before we discuss, I have written the meaning of all these highlighted words in red color. In the first stanza, students, poet itself, he's describing the beautiful and the pleasant spring. And the poet says that students, it is the season of cuckoos and nightingales when they feel very good, and they feel better. And light rain flows over students, pointed leaves on chestnut. Students, it's a sort of tree, and it's a kind of tree in UK. Yes, this is a kind of nut tree. And the poet is also very happy as nightingale sings at his best tune and wet sound. And the people, students, come out of the house to enjoy the weather and the bird song. And students, the young girl, made me, students, here in the line here is maid is young girl or lady. And young girl are seen in their fine white, it is here is the word spring muslin is the cotton dress, white color cotton dress. And young girl are seen in their fine white color, cotton clothes, and a citizen dreams of the south and the west. And the people, citizen here means the people, and the people they are planning to visit different places of west and the south region as students, and so do I, and it is liked by all the birds and animal and human being also. So students, in the first stanza we have the poet is describing the springtime. It means that springtime everybody likes. Okay, animals also likes, birds also like, and everyone like this spring. The poet describes is here in the poem. And now, in the second stanza, students, so as I told you that poet will describe about the winter time. Let us start. This is the weather the shepherd shuns dislike. Shuns here means students dislike and avoid something, and so I do. When beaches drips means commentary also in UK. In brown in the bud, dance means brown color, yellowish brown color, and thrush and the fly. In hill high tides and throw means the sound, and throw on throws, and meadows rivulets overflow, and drops of gates bar hang in a row, and rocks in familiar homeward go, and so I do. Here is rocks means the large bird. Students, in the second stanza poet is describing in the second stanza that he's talking about the, you know, here is shown means dislike. He's talking about what dislike and dullness of winter season, and the cold damp and the wet weather. Students, everybody, I think nobody everybody dislike the season, winter season, because of its dullness and the coldness. And yes sir, and all the natural beauty turns into dull and unpleasant, as the shepherds hates this weather. As students, in the second stanza poet is describing that it is a season which is hate or avoided by everyone, and even also shepherd also dislike this weather, and all the natural beauty is turning to its dull and it's unpleasant, as the shepherds also hates this weather. And students, the beech turn here is what the beech turns dry and brown, and their leaves are thrashed by the wind. So during the winter season, their leaves of the tree is becoming yellowish, and they are falling down, and due to the thresh of the wind, blow of the winds, and the water drops hang from the wooden bar. So one can see some streams, overflow as it has been raining a lot. The rooks is here. The word rooks means a large bird and fly to their home, as students harness of winter gradually and growing, and the last poet also dislike the winter because it's very cold and wet. So in the second stanza, students, poet totally describes about the winter season, and everybody dislike and avoid this season, as all the birds and the shepherds, everyone, you know they don't like this winter season. In whole, students, we can say that poet tries to state and tries to say that it's a bright and dark, except there are two aspect of our life. In our life, one is dark side, and second is it's a bright side of all human life. And the weather, here is the word the weather, you know it describes itself, or it indicates that the human life, where spring represents the bright one, and the winter, it represents our dark side of our life. It means this weather poem, in the poem, poet wants to, tries to state and tries to say, we have two aspects in our life. And spring, the first stanza, the spring, it shows the bright side of our life, and the second stanza, it shows the dark side of our life, that is the winter season. So it's all about your students poem written by Thomas Hardy, and now we will discuss its exercises. uh, and let's start the exercise. In the exercise for students, so find the words from the poem that are similar in meaning to the following words and phrases. Students, here we have the meaning, okay, of the words, and we have to find the words of you know words for these meaning written here, and which I have found from the text. These are the words, and I have filled in the blank. You can write from the students. A brief and usually light fall of rain is shower, sign, bills, young woman, maid, to tumble about through into the shower. It's be tumble, it's baby bird, it's nestling, dislike is shun, a dull grayish brown color is duns, heat of sound with a strong regular rhythm is throb. And last one, small river stream, it's rivulets. And all these are words, students, which we have written from the text, and you can write from here. And B question, B number exercise is answer these questions, students. Here are the questions, and have a look at the answer of this question. So here are the answer of all the questions, students, which I have written here. The first question is, what do the nestling do the spring? So nestling means, students, the baby birds they fly in the spring, and you have to write very short, okay, in very short answer. What does the nightingales do? The nightingale sings and okay his best. How do the girls come out in spring? In spring, the girls come out in it's spring muslin. It's a kind of dress. What do the people make? People decide to travel to make. Okay, many places of south and west. E number, what happens to beaches in winter? Beaches become a dull grayish and a brown color. And where do rocks go? Why do they migrate? Rocks are the birds, large bird. They do go their nest. There may be many reasons behind their migration, such as breeding to have good food and suitable environment condition. Okay, that help their survival in their bad condition also. Last one, does the poet enjoy the winter or the spring? Why? Yes, students, does the poet enjoy the winter or the spring? As students, we can say the poet enjoy the spring weather, as there is a phrase, and so do I, which is repeatedly many times in the poem, shows that the poet gives importance to both for cuckoos, nestling, nightingales, maids, and visitors of the south and the west. Here, student, this is all about the questions and answer. Now move to the next exercise. The next exercise, it's a C number. It's a complete interpretation of the poem using suitable words or the phrase given below. Students, this is the summary, you can say, of the poem, and we have here are some filling the blanks. There are some blanks area, and you have to fill these phrases and the words given here in the blank area. So here we start, students. Here we have some phrases and words. It's the chestnuts, young girls, Thomas Hardy, severity, south and west, beaches, rocks, sunny, and hang. The first, the poem Weathers was composed by an English poet. So this poem was composed by who? Who's the poet of this poem? Is Thomas Hardy. Is the right word. He talks about two different seasons, which are spring and the winter. As we have discussed already in the first stanza, the pleasant spring is seasonally described. Cuckoo is a nightmare, feels good in season. The light rain flows over the pointy leaves of chestnut. Here's the chestnut means, students, a kind of tree in UK. And the next here is next one. The people come out their houses of enjoy to the weather and birds. Here is the dot are seen in their fine clothes. Who are seen in the fine clothes? Young lady. That is, here is a word. Yes, young girls. Okay, maid. The young girl are seen in their fine clothes, and the people plan to visit different places of where it's the south and west is the right answer. And the where the weathers at that time is often warm and sunny in many coastal town provided welcome. It's a sunny, students. Sunny would be the right word here. Now, in the second stanza, he talks about winter's coldness and severity, all the natural beauty. Here is the word severity is the right word. And the cuckoos hates his weather. The beaches, here the beaches turn dry and brown as their leaves are threshed by the wind. So here again, the poet is talking about the tree, a kind of tree, beaches. And the next one is water drop dot dot from the wooden bar of gate. It's a drop means water drop hang from the wooden bar of the gate. So hang is the right word here. One can see some streams overflow at it has been raining a lot. Is the rocks means it's a large bird. So this is now students. It's all about your exercise B number, and now we have D number exercise. It's in which season would you like to travel and why? Students, in the exercise you have to talk about the season that you like most. Okay, and when you have to travel and which season do you like most and why. So here I have written the reason and the season that we like most. Have a look at the answer. So here is the answer of D number. Students, I have written here, if I have to choose the best season to travel, I would prefer students summertime. It's a great time to travel with family and you can take a break from the work and enjoy summer events like festival and fairs where we can reduce our boredom of life and we can make ourselves stress free during our journey in the summertime. And it's also easy to find good deal on flights and the accommodation during the summer months, so we can have save money on trip also. That's why I like to prefer summertime. It's the best time to travel. So students, which time you like most to travel, and you can write yourself students, but I have written this one, so you can write this one also. Otherwise you can have your own. Now move to the next exercise. So next exercise, it's a grammar students, very important. It's a question tag again. Add suitable question tags. First one is I would rather go traveling. It's a wouldn't I, and everything is okay, isn't it? And it's I. Yes, I should not be in your position, shall I? D number, don't think he will come soon, won't I? Let's not have cold drinks, shall we? All is well, isn't it? There is a coffee shop near the gate, isn't there? Each number, nothing was there, was it? The car speed along the road, didn't it? He has got a very peculiar voice, so hasn't he? Asmina, bring me your pen, will you? Navraj, seldom plays card, does he? M number, everyone will be satisfied with my job, won't they? None met me last week, did they? Everything is perishable, isn't it? I think he's busy, isn't he? Students, it's all about your question tag and exercise, grammar exercise. Students, it's all about your grammar, I think. And the final exercise, that's writing two. And in writing two, we have a question. It's prepare a brochure of touristic places in your locality, include the following points. So you have to make a brochure, students, of the touristic place, and here are the clues and the point that you have to use while doing this one. First one is name of the place, and the second location, and accessibility and the major attractions or entry requirements if any, and finally you have to add contact information. Now students, have a look at the answer of this solution and that I have written here. Have a look at the answer. Yes, students, here I have written in this way, and first I have written the name of the location, that is Bardia National Park, because I have chosen this one because it's very near to my place from Kolpur. It's not far away. That's why I have written Bardia National Park. It's a location, and located in the midwest part of Nepal. It's this park is located in the Bardia district and settled in the lush dry region. It's a well-known place of dry Nepal. And the second was these students. We have what? Uh, First name and location accessibility. Yes, Bardia National Park can be easily accessible by road and air also, and daily bus services join it to major cities in Troy region. The nearest airport is Nepalgan students Ranja Airport. You all know, and which is not far away from there, and it's only less than I think it will not take more than 1.5 hour by the bus if you go by bus from Ranja Airport to Bardia. I think it will hardly take you not more than 1 hour. And second, the major attraction of this area is Bardia National Park is also a World Heritage Site. It's providing thrilling jungle safari sports, rare wildlife also like tiger, rhinos, also uh, elephant, and engaging in bird watching. The park is full of flora and fauna. Yes, of course, students. There, we can see many types of various types of animals and birds over there. We can have close view of elephants and the tiger there, and it's a very dense forest. As students, a very dense one. Encounter wildlife close and create unforgettable memories once we visit there. And besides all these, we can explore the Tharu culture also. There, students experience in Bardia region, such as Tharu traditional dance performance and local cuisine. Yes, we can have different types of foods over there. We can, once we visit there, and local cuisine also, and the authentic village tour, and discover the unique traditions, so art, and lifestyle of the indigenous the Tharu community. So there we can explore all the Tharu community culture and tradition over there, except the uh, except visiting national park. And now entry requirement also there, I think. Yes, every visitor is required to pay an entry fee. Foreign visitor have to pay $100, and whereas the entry fee for local is 500 NPR only. Students, I'm not sure about this entry fee, but I have written over here. Okay, and the finally we have to add what contact information, and if anybody wants to visit there, and they can contact us on where here is the contact number and the office RK detailed information. Please contact RK Thapa Tourism. It's this is the format, this is the way we can write uh, brochures of any tourist place. Students, so it's all about your writing part, and it's all about your reading to text the poem, and all about your exercise, students. So, with that, students, I come to the end of this today's lesson, and I will be back very soon with a new chapter and a new unit and new exercises, students. So, till then, keep watching my video, do subscribe and like my video also. Have a nice day.